With mobile phone in hand, a migrant leans back on a packed wooden boat as he takes a selfie during his crossing to Europe. But scenes of joy quickly turn to disaster off the southern Italian island of Lampedusa this morning, when the overloaded vessel capsized, leaving dozens stranded in the choppy waters. Chaotic images show some 40 migrants from Eritrea and Sudan fighting to stay afloat after they tumbled overboard when the strained vessel started taking on water. Some attempted to clamber on top of the ship's hull as it pitched over, while others clasped children as they fervently kicked to keep themselves above the surface. A rescue operation was quickly launched, with Spanish NGO open arms plucking them from the water and safely transferring all of them to the Italian Coast Guard. The images highlight the extraordinary risks migrants take with Mediterranean crossings as they seek a new life in Europe. In 2021, 123,300 individual migrant crossings were registered across the Med, according to the UN's refugee agency UNHCR, as people flee nations including Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Libya for the promise of a better life in Europe. But more than 3,000 drowned after their vessel sank, the UNHCR said, and many who survive are subject to brutal treatment and abuse at the hands of people smugglers en route to the northern shores of Africa. With mobile phone in hand, a migrant leans back on a packed wooden boat as he takes a selfie during his crossing to Europe, moments before the vessel capsizes. Migrants smiled as they made their way across the Med just south of the Italian island of Lampedusa, but the scenes quickly turned to despair as the vessel started taking on water. Migrants swim next to their overturned wooden boat during a rescue operation by Spanish NGO Open Arms at south of the Italian Lampedusa island at the Mediterranean Sea, Thursday, August 11, 2022. The red and blue painted wooden vessel overturned in choppy waters this morning and started to sink. 40 migrants from Eritrea and Sudan, 2 children and 1 woman, were rescued by NGO Open Arms crew members and the Italian Coast Guard. Migrants are hauled aboard by the Italian Coast Guard after their vessel overturned. In 2021 alone, around 67,500 refugees and migrants arrived in Italy, with around half landing on the small island of Lampedusa, near the coasts of Tunisia and Libya. But her designs came under attack from political opponents who said any attempt to blockade the shores of a foreign nation would be a de facto declaration of war. Maloney, do you know that under international law it is considered an act of war? Tweeted former House Speaker Laura Boldrini. Do you know that more ships would be required than the Navy has? Do you know the number of dead would outnumber those rejected? A Spanish NGO Open Arms crew member helps migrants to get on board after their vessel capsized this morning. Migrants cling to the hull of their overturned wooden boat during a rescue operation by Spanish NGO Open Arms south of the Italian Lampedusa island. Ms. Maloney wants all new arrivals, both migrants and refugees, to be detained in Africa, so their eligibility to travel can be assessed before any of them are allowed to come to Italy. File.